Welcome to Shane's Main Shop. Today we're going to make this bench, special order bench with someone's last name on it. I don't believe I've done a video showing the construction. I got my first original idea from Jay's Custom Creation, so thanks Jay for the idea, and then I've just done a few things different here and there. But we're going to take you through the rough process of assembling and preparing to do one of these benches. So today I'm actually going to be making a custom bench with somebody's last name on the back of it. So I'm going to take you through the process. The first thing we got to do is take some rough cut 2x4s and we're going to plane them down. Okay, after we get them planed down, we have to cut them to length. So we'll do that in just a minute. Get the pieces cut, and most of the angles are all at 15 degrees. So I keep my miter saw when I'm doing this project at 15 degrees because that pretty much takes care of all of the angle cut. Okay, here we are cutting some of the back supports, the uprights, and of course it's at a 15 degree. And the two outer ones are 35 inches on the long side, so from this long side to the next cut. Alright, next thing we need to do is rip out some of the seat slats. So I tried to cut the back supports and the legs and stuff out of some of the knotty areas where some of the knots will be. So they'll be kind of, you won't really see them down in the legs and in behind. And then I cut around all of those as best I can to get the cleanest stuff for the seat slats. So when they're all done and rounded over, that the wood is pretty clean. You'll have an occasional knot here or there, but of course for structural support, the less knots in the seat part, the better. So let's go ahead and rip some more of these down. So you can see over here I have the two legs for one end, two legs for the other end, one of the cross supports, and then this is a pattern, but it's the part that the seat slats will go on. That'll be, you know, there's three of them drawn out here. I just got to cut them. So those will go here on each one of those. And there'll be a third one in the middle of the bench with an upright going up for the back for support. So I got all those cut out. Again, your four legs, two crossovers. Got to cut out the three seat supports. And then, of course, the two outer back uprights are cut. And those will go roughly like that. Might be able to see it better on this one here. This one's really not. There's a pattern drawn on my table, so I've made a bunch of these, so I use it a lot. But this will go roughly like this, be further back, of course. And then the seat piece will be in here. It'll all make sense when it comes together, but that's where we're at so far. Now we're going to start some assembly. A little glue. I'm actually ahead of myself. I'm only going to be able to glue this piece here, and then I got to cut the seat supports. Get that set for a second. And go ahead and put some screws in it. And that's the end of that battery. Alright, so we're going to stop right there because I kind of got ahead of myself. I don't want to move this one too much because basically the next piece that has to go on is the seat. So we're going to go ahead and cut the seat slats. Normally I would tape two together and cut two at once. This requires 3 of these, so and it puts a pretty good strain on the bandsaw. It's not a real strong motor, so I'm just going to do them individually. So we'll cut 2 more like that, and we'll have our seat supports. Okay, I have all the 3 seat supports cut out now. And the seat is a consistent distance from the top of the armrest on every bench, which makes it a little more comfortable. So, I have my measurements already in there. Make sure nothing's moved. So there, now that's one side. Now I can't do the back yet. If I was just doing a standard bench that got the seat slats and it went right up to the back, then I could put the back on right away. But this is a custom ordered bench that's going to require the person's last name across the back. That's what they'll be leaning against. So to do that, I got a dado into all 3 of the back supports so I can run a I can show you, but this will be dadoed in 3 spots, which will give me something to attach the letters to when it's all said and done. So that's what we're going to do next, is get the dado set up so we can do that. Alright, stick around. Okay, so what I had to do is cut all 3 of these with a dado. But I figured, you know, I'm not going to be using the dado for anything else for a while except for this one project. So I decided just to clamp them up and run them back and forth to the saw, and I can clean the rest of this up with a chisel. Yeah. So we're going to clean that up and get that ready, and we'll go from there. But this will be the layout. Of course, these 3 will be spread out the distance of the back, and then this will give something for the letters. Let's see. I just pull out a template here. The letters are going to be up high, so they'll be attached to these 2, and then there'll be a trim board on top of this one, most likely. So that's about how it'll go, and it gives plenty to attach to all the way down. So that's where we're at so far. Stick around as we move forward on this custom garden bench or front porch bench or wherever you want to. Now I'm going to go ahead and attach one of the back uprights, and typically I go opposite this time, so I'm way away from it anyway. I have 1 screw in this other one here, and see if I can show you what I mean. So we're going to put this up here, and like I said, they're usually pretty close. I'm going to line the bottom up down there, you can't see, and I'm just going to bring this one back to where it needs to be. So they're the same. Once I have that in position right there, if I have my pencil handy, I can make a mark. But that's where it needs to go. So you can see my original mark was just a hair bit off. So we'll just gently lay this back up in here and finish screwing it down, and then it'll be lined up the same as this one. And the middle one doesn't matter because it's only attached by the seat in the back, so it'll line up. When we start to see it somewhat take shape, We're going to just set these in. That one's nice and snug. That's what we want. So that's what the back will look like before it's all, you know, lettered. But the other support will go here with the backup right there. Also is dated out for this, and we also put a board across, a 2x across here for support, and then again the seat slats go on. We'll do the lettering, and we'll keep moving forward. Of course, I still have the arms to do, but that's starting to come together. Okay, now I'm going to router over the seat slats. Okay, so I got the letters all cut out, and they're going to go across on the back. Let me just make sure. Yeah. So they're going to go across the back like this. Right now I'm currently getting ready to put this board on, which is the trim for the front. It goes right on here like this. And this is one of the spots that I use pocket hole screws coming in from the back, because last time when people lift the bench, they're grabbing it like this and like this back here. So I use pocket holes for the arms as well, but here as well, so if they grab this, it's good and solid. So we're going to go ahead and drill this. Okay, so I got the front piece on here, which is glued and pocket hole screwed in. And I went ahead and drilled my pocket hole screws for the arms, because I know people pick up on that a lot. So those will be glued and pocket hole screwed up inside. And at the moment I am currently putting the seat slats down. So I got them all kind of lined up here and putting some glue. Let me go ahead and put it in place. And I kind of lay them all out ahead of time to see how many I need to get the spacing correct. It's been pretty much the same most of the time, unless I don't plane the boards the same. But then I just kind of, once I know I got it pretty well right, I just eyeball them as I go and just keep rechecking the space of the last few. Seat's all down. Of course, I attached the middle seat support. As you can see, it's screwed and glued in the back here. And now the bench is plenty safe to sit on. So I got to cut out the arms, and I still got to round over all of the letters. Okay, so now I got to cut out the arms, which you can see I already did one. Okay, as you can see, I kind of got the letters in place. Okay, well, thanks for sticking around for the construction of this video. I know I didn't show every aspect of it. So the letters are on here, but I just wanted to point out, I started out with very basic block letters, and I think part of the video showed these letters being created. I attached them all on there and immediately did not like it. For one, the L kept breaking. I ended up putting a piece of curly maple on the back, which certainly would have done the trick, but it just didn't look good. So I am not a great designer or creator. I can certainly build stuff, but I had my wife actually draw the letters and then cut them out with paper, a template, and then I did the rest from there. So I want to thank my wife for that. So hopefully the customer likes it. Ultimately, that's what matters, but I don't think they would have liked that. There was a lot of space between the letters, so it wouldn't have been comfortable to lean on. So anyway, here it is. But thanks for sticking around Shane's Main Shop. Please like, please comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, just ask. And have a great day.